Now at 7, the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions could go a lot of different ways. Obviously, they just got Jared Goff and the Matthew Stafford trade. They just lost 2 wide receivers in free agency. But they did sign a couple of really good ones in Tyrell Williams and I think Bashar Perriman. So I'm gonna give Jared Goff a quick inside sort of slot receiver. And I'm gonna give them Jalen Waddle. Waddle is the exact type of wide receiver that Jared Goff is familiar and comfortable with. Just looking at his relationship with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, Jalen Waddle, even though I like Jamar Chase just a tad bit more, Jalen Waddle, he is the most explosive receiver in this draft. He's Tyreek Hill 2.0. And if you're Jared Goff, to get a weapon like this, after losing 2 big-time wide receivers in free agency, again, he's not quite Jamar Chase or Kenny Golladay, but for Jared Goff, he's the exact type of wide receiver that he's going to have a ball with. Now, at number 8, Carolina Panthers. Obviously, they need a quarterback. Okay, we know they were in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, and we know Bridgewater is probably only going to be here for 1 more year. You may not even be here come next season. Come this season. So I'm gonna give them. The best quarterback on the board in Trey Lance. To me, the kid just has so much untapped potential. He really does. I mean, he's not exactly what I call the prototype, but in terms of just pure upside, the kid's got it all. He's got a big old arm, kind of reminds me of Josh Allen. He could move around, escaping the pocket similar to Lamar Jackson. But he just needs a lot of time to sit and develop. And I think if Bridgewater is going to be there, he's the perfect quarterback to sit for a year and then unleash him come next year. Now, I do want to throw a caveat that if the Falcons or Denver moves up and takes a quarterback, I do think Sam Darnold would be a perfect quarterback for Carolina, considering his upside. But I'm going to have the Carolina Panthers sticking with Bridgewater, and they're going to take Trey Lance to sit for a year. Now, the Denver Broncos. We kind of know they need a quarterback. But I think with Vic Fangio's job on the line, they're not just going to take a swing and a gamble on another quarterback. I think he goes back to the defensive side of the ball and at least build his team as much as he can without wasting another pick on a quarterback. And I'm going to have them taking Micah Parsons out of Penn State. I know his background, and he could be a very dangerous pick, but I think if it all checks out, to me, this kid just has too much talent to avoid passing within the first 12 picks. And again, assuming all his baggage has been cleared, he just fits perfectly into what Denver needs. They need another inside linebacker. We don't exactly know what's going to happen to Von Miller in the future. And he just strikes me as, someone that could be the leader of that defense. They've upgraded in the secondary. They got a good pass rush. They just need someone to fill in that inside linebacker role. And I think Micah Parsons is perfect for that. Now, at number 10, the Dallas Cowboys. Their offensive line is getting old. And they're getting more hurt by the year. They could go Rashad Slater, but their defense is so atrocious. I mean, it really is. Their back end is awful. And with the fact that Caleb Farley is probably not going to be able to play most of the year because of his back surgery. So I'm going to have them taking the next best corner on the board, Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain is a plug-and-play cornerback. He has history with Trayvon Diggs, his teammate from Alabama. Okay. Excuse me. So you have that connection there. Yeah. To me, he's the best cover corner in this draft. He's good in both man and zone coverages. So yeah. Patrick Surtain to the Cowboys. 11. My New York Giants. My oh my, look at this board. Look at this board right here. You still got Rashawn Slater still on the board. Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner. We could still use a coverage linebacker in Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And Azeez Ojulari, he's a very promising pass rusher. But I think Giants fans all over the world are just screaming at me for not making this pick yet. Rashad Slater. Rashad Slater, most versatile offensive lineman in this draft. Could play him at guard, center, or tackle. He's a plug-and-play guy at right guard next to hopefully Matt Peart. Again, most technically sound of the offensive linemen. And an absolute mauler in the running game. I think if you're going to get the best out of Daniel Jones, you got him as number one receiver. Now get arguably the best offensive lineman in this draft, and Rashad Slater. Number 12, the pathetic Philadelphia Eagles. I really hate making this pick for them. I mean, I almost wanted to steal Devontae Smith from them just to kind of piss off Eagles fans. But Giants have their number one receiver. Now, Devontae Smith, who they were probably going to target at 6, assuming Ja'Marr Chase was there. But Devontae Smith at 12, easy pick. Even Howie Roseman can't mess this up. And number 13, LA Chargers. Pretty much everyone with common sense knows that the Chargers have to go offensive line. Christian Darrisaw, left tackle out of Virginia Tech. Gotta protect Justin Herbert. Balled out as a rookie last year. Give him a good offensive line, and this kid could take off. At number 14, Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, they could go a lot of different ways. They could go offensive line. They could go edge rusher. They could go on the interior. I, for one, on the other hand, think they got to continue to add to the secondary. And the way he's climbing on boards and knowing Mike Zimmer's history when it comes to cornerbacks, I'm going to give him Jaycee Horn. Now, Jaycee Horn, like I said, have been climbing up mock boards tremendously. I love his size. His polishedness. You line him opposite of Patrick Peterson, and who knows, he could probably progress to being a number one corner in this league. So, I think this pick makes a lot of sense for Minnesota. Again, Mike Zimmer has always invested heavily on the back end. And with him and Patrick Peterson, Minnesota's got something cooking up in the secondary. I like that pick. 15, New England Patriots. Gotta give them their quarterback moving forward. You know Bill Belichick has a connection with Alabama, considering his best friend. And listen, I love the moves that New England has made, but they gotta find their long-term answer at quarterback. Excuse me. They gotta find their long-term answer at quarterback. And so I'm gonna give them. I know Nate is gonna love this pick. No, I know Nate and Kid Big Blue is gonna love this pick, especially KB. Mac Jones, welcome to New England. At 16, Arizona Cardinals. Man, I know they are fuming. The fact that they just missed out on J.C. Horn. I know they are. But don't worry, Arizona. Don't worry, Arizona, because this is where I'm going to get my first pass rusher off the board. Listen, J.J. Watt was a nice addition. Okay, I like the fact that y'all added Hassan Reddick, that y'all kept him. No, excuse me, Marcus Golden. I'm sorry. And Chandler Jones, everyone knows he's an elite pass rusher. But you can never, I mean, seriously, you can never run out of good pass rushers. So I'm going to give the Arizona Cardinals my number one. I'm going to give you know what? No. Give me a second to really think about this, guys. Let's really think about what the Arizona Cardinals really need. The back end still needs some work. Their offensive line still could use a lot of work. They could use another pass rusher. Sorry for the moment of silence. You know what? Yeah. Greg Newsome off the board at Arizona. Losing both, I believe they lost. Well, I know they lost Patrick Peterson, and I believe that they lost Dre Kirkpatrick. Greg Newsome II, really good corner, effective in both man and zone coverages. Kind of reminds me of Dre Kirkpatrick and Patrick Peterson a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to roll with that pick. 17, the Oakland Raiders. Gotta buffer up that defense any way possible. And look at this board. There's no way the Oakland Raiders can mess this up. No freaking way. And so, I'm going to give them... Queeby Page just went off the board. I'm going to give them my favorite interior defensive lineman, Christian Barmore. More than just a passer. More than just a run stopper, everyone. He is effective as a pass rusher in a 3-tech defense, in a 3-tech technique. And so, again, I think that this pick is borderline. I mean, again, Las Vegas. God cannot mess up this pick. Cannot mess it up. Christian Barmore is my favorite, probably among all the pass rushers. Christian Barmore, considering all the pass rushers, probably my favorite. I'm on the defensive lineman. So, Oakland, why do I keep calling them Oakland? Vegas can't mess up this pick. Now, the Miami Dolphins could go a number of different ways. We got them their number one receiver. Okay. They could use another offensive lineman to help protect Tua. Because I was not a huge fan of the Austin Jackson pick last year. So here's what we're going to give them. They could go running back. with Najee Harris. But I am going to... See, this is what happens, guys, when you don't prep for these type of videos. I am going to give the Miami Dolphins... You know what? Give Tua a real shot. So we're going to give him Najee Harris. Yeah. Give Tua another weapon. Number 19. Washington football team. Man, did they have a heck of a free agency. I mean, they really killed it in free agency. They really killed it in free agency. Sucks that there's not a quarterback here that's worth taking. No. So, you know, BPA, freakishly talented at linebacker, but probably a bit undersized. In JOK. Azeez Ojulari, who's kind of underrated as a pass rusher. Rashard Bateman is still on the board. Elijah Vera Tucker could play at guard or a tackle. I'm going to give the Washington football team. I'm going to give Washington. JOK. JOK comes off the board. Number 20, the Chicago Bears. This is kind of easy, considering they could potentially lose Allen Robinson next year. They could use another wide receiver. No, it's Chicago. Note to tell people, do not do mock drafts without elite preparation for them. I'm going to give the Chicago Bears just close your eyes and make a pick. Damn, this is a lot difficult than I thought. Picking for Chicago. Close your eyes and make a pick. Elijah Vera Tucker. 21, Indianapolis Colts. Gotta go offensive tackle. I mean, I know they could. You know, on second thought, I totally forgot Kwity Paye is still on the board, and the Colts need a pass rusher. Kwity Paye comes off the board. 22, Tennessee Titans. They definitely need an edge rusher, so we're gonna give them Azeez Ojulari. 23, New York Jets. You just got your quarterback. Okay, I like the offensive line that you guys are building. So we're going to give you guys Travis Etienne. Or Etienne. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Bam. Number 23 to the Jets. 24, Pittsburgh Steelers. Definitely got to go offensive line in this pick. With this pick. Samuel Cosmi. Plug and play guy. 25, Jaguars. Gotta support that back end. Now that your pass rush is getting there. Trevion Morin. Bam. 26, Cleveland Browns. Wow, they could go a lot of different ways. They could go linebacker. John Davis, probably the best pure coverage linebacker in this draft. Especially if they wind up getting Jadeveon Clowney. I like this pick for Cleveland. 27. Look here, Baltimore. You have your number one receiver. Rashard Bateman, my opinion, is the fourth best wideout in this draft. He is the exact type of wide receiver Lamar Jackson needs. And I think he could step right in and be your wide receiver 1, or worst case scenario, your wide receiver 2, next to Hollywood Brown and Sammy Watkins. Easy pick right here if you're Baltimore. If Rashard Bateman is still on the board at 27, you better run to that podium. Okay. You could get another offensive lineman later in this draft. Rashard Bateman, whew, easy money. 28, New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints need a lot of holes. They have a lot of holes to fill. So I'm going to give the New Orleans Saints, they already have their quarterback. It looks like they're going to roll with Jameis for a year. We'll see how he does. But I'm going to... Dang, where did my man Kadarius Toney go? Because I think he'd be perfect for this Saints offense. Kadarius Toney all the way to 47? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, Sean Payton is going to have a ball with this wideout. An absolute ball. I mean, Kadarius Toney, he could take the top off. He is Emmanuel Sanders plus with speed. Okay. Kadarius Toney, again, Sean Payton is going to have a ball with this kid. Welcome to New Orleans, Tony. $29, Green Bay Packers. Gotta get another linebacker with this pick. Their run defense has been atrocious for the last number of years, especially without Blake Martinez. And they could split him out and use him as an outside linebacker, get him to the quarterback. How do you get to the quarterback better? Yeah. Plug and play guy for the Green Bay Packers, Zaven Collins. Number 30, Buffalo Bills fans. Their offensive line is good for the most part. They could use a running back, but with 2 running backs already being off the board, we're going to give him another pass rusher in Joseph Ossai, coming out of Texas. But 31, Kansas City Chiefs. Easy plug and play at either tackle position, Zaven Collins. The 32, Tampa Bay. Where can they really go? I mean, they don't really have any major holes. You know what? It's time that he stopped falling. Caleb Farley. Now, we're going to look this over. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going to be doing another mock draft briefly, going over what I think the Giants should do. Excuse me. Sorry for that late pause. Again, please sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell to get notified for any upcoming videos. I'm going to be doing a collaboration really soon with KB, with Hub, with Nate, and entertaining and talking sports. I'm also going to be appearing on Fireside Giants within the next couple of weeks. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.